Right, so let me go to chapter 12, but before that, chapter 11, we recap. Previously, we did sine and cosine rule. So for all triangles that's non-90 degrees, to be able to find the sides, we can use either the sine rule or the cosine rule. Okay, so today we are the last chapter. So far for the past 3 months, or rather for the past 4 months, we have gone through reciprocal. You all still remember what's reciprocal? For example, -3, reciprocal of -3 is what? -1/3. Then chapter 2, we did algebra, where we did questions like a minus 2y squared and the whole thing squared, then you have to expand it. And then the exponent, for example, you have 3n squared plus 9/3n, then we have to simplify. We have to remove some of the common notations. And then 4, we did factoring. So just to recap the things that we have done. So chapter 4, we did factoring. And then 5, we did simultaneous equation, where you did your tic-tac-toe and then you split them up. For example, p squared minus 4pq minus 12q squared, then you manage to factorize them. Subsequently, we also do quadratic equations. Let me omit Jasper again. So are y'all able to hear me? All right, so we did chapter 6, quadratic equations. Then 7, we have straight lines. So for straight lines, if you recall, we tried to plot. So I was telling you all to observe the clues. The first one, is it a positive equation or negative equation? So positive will have a positive increment. For every positive increment of y, there will be a positive increment of x, right? So for every for negative equation, every positive increment of y, there will be a negative increment of x. So this is x negative. Then chapter 8, we did gradient, and then we plot the graph, right? So we also ask you how to find the gradient. And then chapter 9, we did Torcaso. For all triangles that is 90 degrees, we can use Torcaso. So cannot use Torcaso like in chapter 11, sine and cosine rule. So today we're going to do area of triangle, right? Okay, I forgot about the quadrants. So in Trigo, we also did quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? All sine, teacher, crazy. So for all cosine angles as positive, it will be quadrant 4 and quadrant 1. Okay, so I'm just trying to recap all the 12 chapters because we are at the very last chapter already. So what we're going to do next lesson is we're going to do all the revision questions from chapter 1 to chapter 12. This is to prepare you for your exam. Do you understand? Okay, so today we're going to do the chapter on area of triangle. Chapter 12, area of triangle is the last chapter. So area of triangle, the equation is what? Area is equals to half base times height. So suppose this is a triangle, and then this is the height that's given. So, and this is the base, like length of A and B, right? So B is the base, so half of B times H, all right? So there are cases where H is not given, right? Where the height is not given, then we have to find the height, right? So for options like this, so how to find the area? when the height is not given. So we have to find the height. So we know for right angle triangle, if we have side C given to us and the angle A, we can use sine rule. For example, sine A over is equals to H over C, and then we solve for H. So H will be C sine A, because if we are given side C and angle A, H will be C sine A. Okay, so A here is the angle, because I want to find H. So the whole area, can you hear me? So the whole area will be half base times height. So having found H, C sine A, area will be half B, open bracket, C sine A, close bracket. Okay, so this is when H is not made available to us, and then we have to solve for H. Are y'all able to follow? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, what about, so the first scenario that's given to you is, this is the triangle, A, B, and C is this way, okay? So let's look at another scenario. What if A, B, and C is over in this scenario? How do you find H? Do you remember your sine rule? How to find H? So A, B, so this is angle A. So opposite of angle A is side A. So we stick to the convention. Opposite of angle B, side B. Opposite of angle C, side denoted by small letter C. And we wanted to find H. So using the sine rule, we know angle B. So H is here, right? So H will be, if I split this triangle into half, I want to find the H. So suppose I split into half, I get the right angle triangle shape, and then using the sine rule, H will be sine B H over C. Why? Opposite over hypotenuse, right? So opposite is H, the height. Height over hypotenuse, H over C. So height is C sine B. So knowing C is given to me, angle B is given to me, I want to solve for H, right? So height will be C sine B. So in this scenario, area will be half base times height, right? Base is what? The length, small letter A, right? So half small letter A times C sine B, which is the height. So if you look at all these scenarios, scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, we can conclude that for area, you can use these formulas. Area of triangle. All right, so A here stands for area. Okay, half A, B sine C. So later I'll send you this PDF. So let's try example 1 and 2. Okay, let us go through example 1 and 2. So I'll go to the text. So for triangle ABC, this is the area given to me. So just now we already deduced how to get half AB sine C to the 3 different scenarios, even when we shift the sides, right? A, B, and C. So example 1, in triangle A, B, and D, and A, B, and C, A, B, D, and A, B, C, the angles that's given to us is 20 degrees, 150 degrees, and 8 mm. So the first step, sometimes when the diagram is not given to us, what we want to do really is to draw out the diagram, right? So the question is, sure, how you draw a diagram? you look at the angles. So angle D is 150, right? More than 90. So we stretch it out, and this is less than 45. So the smallest angle will be here. We write in all the clues that's given to us, right? C and D is 5 mm, D and B is 8 mm. I want you to make it a practice to make sure that you include all your measurements. Don't finish the whole thing, then after that you tell me the length is 8 meters, right? So make it a practice to put in all the measurements, all the degrees, and then so you will not confuse yourself. So for example one, we want to solve for the length of AD. So where's AD? The base, right? A and D. So we already have the clues that's given to us, angle A, B, and D. This is what we're trying to find. Are we able to find A, B, and D? So we take 180 minus 50 and 20 because the total angles inside a triangle is 180 degrees, right? So 180 minus 150 minus 20, we have 10. So this is the smallest angle, 10 degrees, angle B. So we solve for the length of A. Then next we're going to solve for the length of AD. So using the sine rule, we know that AD over sine angle B and BD over sine angle A, we can solve for AD. So plug in the figures, we got 4.06, 4.068. So just round off to 2 decimal places. Are you all okay? How, Brandon, Ken? All right, so we always find the total. Then after that, we want to round up. Okay, we want to round up. Then remember to put the units. So B, D, and C, 180 minus 150, we get 30 degrees. So adjacent angles, we can use the area of triangle. Okay, so half BD sine D. So half of the base, we know the base is 8. Then C is half BC sine A. Half BC sine D. So half 8, 5 sine 30. Plug in the figures, we have 10 mm square. Remember, a lot of you, when you finish your triangle, you're very happy, you just put 10. 10 is what? 10, is it meter? Is it mm, millimeters? Or is it mm square? So area, just to recap what you learned in secondary school, please put your square. If not, you don't get your marks. Your units is very important. Don't lose marks because of your units. Okay, we try the second example. Then I'm going to get some of you to do the individual questions. All right. So example 2, ABC. Find area of triangle ABC if the sides are given to you. So we have side A is given to us. So side A, small letter A is always opposite angle A capital A. All right. Don't confuse yourself. So we just follow the convention. So B, angle B as small letter B. So angle B is already given to us 43 degrees, right? Then we have C, which is 9.8. So C, 9.8 centimeters. Okay, so I'm at a textbook right now. So example 2, chapter 12, this is the last chapter for y'all, some of you who just joined. And then C will be 9.8. So giving your answers to 2 decimal places. So we use the area of triangle. Area of triangle AB, half AC sine B. Okay, how we derive at this? Just now we already went through. Later I send you the PDF copy. You see the derivation. So half A and C sine angle B. Okay, I see if I can annotate. So the area is really given to us here. Right, so if you look at this, using the formula, remember last time we talked about cosine crocodile. So one angle given and 2 sides is given, right? So the 2 sides is given and 1 angle is given, right? So here, same, the angle is given and the 2 sides is given. So we have half A and C sine angle B, right? So we sandwich this thing, 2 sides. Side number 1, side number 2, and the angle is 3. Okay, so this is the area of triangle using the formula. So we have this, and then we know this angle is sine 43 degrees. This is given to us with the clues angle B. So we solve for area of triangle, then remember your unit. Okay? If your mic is not working, you just type in the chat. Oh. All right. So let me clear this. All right, so go and try out the question. Sydney will take question 1. Joshua, question 2. Van, question 3. Yongjun, try question 4. And then we come back 15 minutes. Okay? Rennie and Brandon try question 6. Is it okay?
So the questions, is it in the drive really? I mean, you put the soft copy in the drive really.
Yeah, I can put the soft copy. For those of you who don't have the notes, I put a soft copy now. Okay.
Okay.
So we resume at 10:15. Understand? So go back, go to the drive. So hold on. Let me snap and then put it in the drive. So I know 45 degrees is angle A, then B is 15 centimeters. So when I have one angle and 2 sides, what do I think about first? The formula, right? So half base height, then this is the height, C sine A, right? So we plug in the figures, 15, 22, sine 45. So do you get this, Sydney? 116.67 centimeters square.
Yep, correct. Got it.
All right, so the clues are given to us. We draw the triangle and then we try to be as accurate as possible. So with the figures, we got 1 angle, 2 sides, and we will use a formula. Any difficulty? Anyone? For question 1? Area of triangle is not a very difficult topic. So after this, we won't be going through chapter 12 again. We will recap the more challenging ones like chapter 11, chapter 10. So do it once, do it good. Question 2. Question 2 是谁啊? Let's see. Joshua, right? Joshua? Okay, so for question 2, PQR. So capital P, capital QR to denote the angle. So this one will be small letter P, and then small letter R. So capital R is the angle. So I fill in all the numbers. So I see one angle sandwiched by 2 given length. Immediately I go straight to the formula. So area is goes to half RQ sine 72 degrees. Okay. So plug in the figures. Do you get 9035?
Yeah.
Joshua, you get 9035?
Yeah.
Then remember to put in your unit square, centimeters, okay? So exam don't have all these minus mark. So can I move on? Question 3. So once again, I have A, B, D, and C. Okay, question 3 a little bit tricky lah. Oh, so I put in all the figures. Then I'm given 30 degrees, right? So I draw a vertical line because I know AD. You say AD is perpendicular to BC. So what does it mean, Brandon? AD perpendicular to BC. What does it mean?
Sorry, I didn't hear because I was focusing on the question 6.
Okay. AD perpendicular to BC. What does it mean?
That means it should end with a 90 degree, which is right angle.
Right angle. Then with this clue given to me, I know this is already 90 degrees, right? So how to find
Yes.
angle A? I mean the half of angle A.
180 minus 90 minus 30. Because a triangle total angle is 180.
So I get 60 degrees for angle DCA. Oh, DCA I get 60 degrees. So the same thing here, I already know this is 90. Then I'm going to solve. I already know this is 90. The clue is given to me. So 90 minus 60 is 30. So with all these clues, we can start to solve for the height, okay, h. Okay, so I know cos A is h over 20. This one is this is one of the methods. Okay? There are several methods. So I solve for h. I know height is 17.32. Okay, this is for question 3. 17.32. Then after that, I can solve for B, which is the length B, which is sine 30 over 17.32. B is equals to 34.64 centimeters. Okay, so I know for B, 34.64 centimeters. All right. So knowing 20 at 34.64, and this is angle A. Any questions so far? So I can find the area. Area will be half 20, using the formula. Area half 20, 34.64 sine 90 degrees. How do I know 90 degrees? Because I know angle A is 90. So answer is 346.4 centimeters. Okay, there's another way. Some of you may solve by a different way. Since we know side B is 34.64 and H and A is 90 degrees, we can redraw the diagram as follows. So I got 20 centimeters. Then I have angle A, which is 90 degrees. Then B is 34.64. Then I can also use the formula in another way by redrawing the angle. I also get the same area, okay? The same answer. Okay? So sometimes we can use another way to check our answer. You understand?
What color one? This one is mommy one. This is my one.
All right. So we can do it another way to check the answers. That is for question 3. So later I'll send you all the PDF document to verify, to check your steps. So everyone okay with question 3? Everyone okay now? Question 3. I think all of you HBL fatigue already, all mute and snooze. Is it?
Sir John, Zhang Li said she cannot come in.
Why?
Zhang
Li,
she said, I think you never accept.
let's try to it. Leonard, can you hear me, Leonard? Leonard, can you hear me? Zhang Li, can you hear me? We are at question 3. All right, so this is question 3. I go through again. I go through again. Okay, we have B, A, and C 90 degrees, and we also know since it's AD perpendicular to BC, so also 90 degrees. So using Picasso, we can solve for H, which is 7.32. Okay. So how to find B? How to find this one? Question 3. Inside question 3.
You need it, man.
Opposite over hypotenuse, B is equals to 34.64. Okay, so I redraw the diagram again, knowing that A is 90 degrees using the formula. Because I got 2 sides already, and then 1 angle, so I can find the area. So area is 346.4 centimeters square. I can also use another way to check for the area. Oh, okay. So let us proceed to question 4 now. You can look at your friend's answer, but I just want to go through the different methods, okay? Just want to go through the different. So another way to find the area is, knowing that angle A is 90, I will draw this again. I know B is 20 centimeters and C is 30 degrees. How to find A? So 90 degrees means what? I can use what? Picasso, right? So sine 30 or 20 over A will be 40 cm. Okay? So I got A, I got the side B, then I got all the, can plug in the formula sine 60, because I know angle B is 60 degrees. This one is 40 centimeters. So I can use the formula to find the area. So this is method 2. Okay, method 2. Sometimes if you find the angle very confusing and you got certain clues, you can redraw it again. So the key thing is be able to draw and try to make sense of it. All right. So every time you know you got 2 sides and 1 angle, you can use the formula. Okay. Formula for area. When the height is unknown. All right. So once again, we verify that this is 346.4 centimeters square. So we try so many methods, right? We get the same answer to verify. So far, okay? We move on to question 4. So once again, I'm going to redraw this. I'm going to draw out the information that's given to me, right? If the diagram is not given. So I know B, angle B is 98 degrees, right? So side C is this, A is this, height unknown, all right? When 2 sides is given, 1 angle is given, sandwiched in the middle, and height is unknown, immediately we use the formula for area of triangle, half AC sine B. Okay, half AC sine B. Okay, half AC sine B. So I plug in the figures, I get this. This one is very direct, very straightforward. Okay. What if you cannot remember the formula? Formula for area will be on the formula sheet that's given to you. All right. So no worries. But just for practice, try to remember all this. The derivation I already touched on earlier in the morning. So I'll send you the PDF document you look through again. Or you can watch this video again when it's available on the channel. Okay, so far okay? Question 4. So we move on to question 5. So angle A is 40 degrees, angle B is 30 degrees. C not given. It seems like this is a right angle, but it's not because they already gave us this is 80 degrees, right? So TCS is Picasso cannot use so this is 80 degrees, and then the only clues that's given to us is C and D is 5 mm. Okay, C and D is 5. So we write in all the clues in our diagram. All right. So we have to find B and D that we do not know, D and A that we do not know. All right. So to redraw this, I know that this is 80 degrees. So if I do to flip it upside down, angle D will be 100 degrees. Why? Because 180 minus 80, this one will be 100 degrees. So this one is 100 degrees. Okay. So I redraw this again. So C and D, I want to find. So I denote by small letter D. So I put in the information that I have. I already know C and D is 5 mm. Sorry, A and D is denoted by D. So C and D is 5 mm. Angle A is 30. So I redraw this whole diagram. Okay, I redraw this whole diagram. Just isolate this part. And then which method do I use? When it's not 90 degrees, we can use the sine rule. Remember the sine rule, 5 over small letter A over angle A, then small letter D over angle D, all right? So we got 5 mm, we got 30 degrees, we got 100 degrees, so we can solve for D, okay? We can solve for the hypotenuse. So that gives us 9.84 mm. All right, remember to put in your units. Okay, one more time. Let me recap. So this diagram, this is the big diagram. Let's call it diagram A. So after I redrawn diagram B, I put in the information that I know. Since it's not 90 degrees, I cannot use Picasso. So I redraw this with the information that's given. I know this is 100 degrees, 30 degrees. And then this is 5 mm. So I use the sine rule to solve for D. All right. So the hypotenuse is 9.84. So length AD is 9.84. Round to 2 decimal places, 9.85. Okay. So the next question, the next part is we have to solve for DB, right? D and B. Let's denote by small letter C. With all the angles that's given to us, I can use the sine rule once again. So C over sine C, and then you have B over sine B. All right, so 530. So angle C is 70 degrees. So I can solve for the length C here, which is 9.397, or so round off to 9.34, 9.40. Okay, so far okay. All right, let's go to the last question. Dion, no Dion. Brandon, are you okay? Quick question 6. Do you manage?
So is the final answer 3.68 plus?
Yeah,
Because
3.68.
the answer right here is 4.66 m, so I was worried, so I check.
Yeah. So answer is here.
Okay, no wonder.
Okay, so this is 3.68. All right, so here we have angle A, angle C 78 degrees, and angle B 50.5 degrees. Okay, so how to get this? We get 180, then after that we get 51.5 degrees. We fill in the sides, so denoted by small letter A, small letter B, and then 1.42. So we get sine rule again. We use sine rule. So A over sine angle A, then you have C over sine angle C, right? So we solve for A. So A is 1.136. A is equals to 1.136 meters. Okay, please write your units. Then after that, we solve for B. We know angle B is 50.5, and then angle C is 78. So we already know side C is 1.42, so we solve for B. All right. So we are required to find the perimeter. Perimeter, that means side A plus side B plus side C, right? So we total up, we should get 3.676. So we round off to 2 decimal places. So 3.68 meters. Okay, Brandon, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's the end of BM. All 12
Now is
chapters.
care.
So next week we will do the revision. We will do questions from all the 12 chapters. So over the course of this module, if you have been sleeping or you have questions, you can ask me, you can text me, and then we have a private Zoom lesson, or we have a private MS team, the video stream, whatever, to make sure that you clear out your doubts. And then after that, we have random questions all over the 12 chapters, okay, starting from next week.